Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and welcome to another vlog. I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be doing a lot of bookish related things in this vlog this week. It is a weekly vlog and it is going to focus on like reading and stuff, but a lot of other bookish things that I'm going to be doing this week. So I'm currently in the parking lot to go and get my very first tattoo. I literally go in like 15 minutes. I'm freaking out because this is my first tattoo and I've been wanting this tattoo for 9 years. 9 years, okay? And I'm finally just like bit the bullet and was like, you know what, I'm gonna graduate and I'm gonna give this tattoo as a present for myself, and I'm so excited. And I booked the like appointment like a month ago and I haven't canceled it. So here we are in the parking lot. I'm locked in. I'm about to go in and get it tatted. I'm not gonna tell you guys what I'm getting just yet because I want to surprise you guys. It's inspired by one of my favorite books of all time. I have mentioned it on this channel before and it has been a long time coming for this tattoo. Just really nervous but also really excited. So we're gonna go get this bookish tattoo first, and then we are going to a Meghan Quinn signing next week on Wednesday, June 4th for her newest release, Till Summer Do Us Part. And I'm super excited because Meghan Quinn is definitely an author that I have read so many of her books and I love so many of her books, and I'm a fan of some of her books. She's definitely a hit or miss author for me when it comes to her books, but overall I just think she is like a queen of rom-com and does such a good job putting humor in her romances. So I'm so excited to go to her book signing next week. And then what else are we doing in this vlog? We're gonna do a reading vlog as well because I am still reading Done and Dusted. My last weekly reading vlog, I think I was maybe 45% in the last time in my last reading vlog. So we are still reading this book, and girls, let me tell you, Luke Brooks, need him now. Yeehaw all day, every day. It's so good. I don't know what it was, but it just picked up like speed and excitement, and now all I want to do is read this book. So we're probably gonna finish this book today because I've been listening to the audiobook on my drive because this tattoo shop is very far from where I live. So it took me like over an hour to get here and I basically listened to the book the entire time, and I think I only have maybe 2 more hours left. So I actually might finish this today and then start a new book later on in the vlog. So we're gonna have a reading vlog as well. And then we are gonna go book shopping because I low-key, high-key want to buy the second book in the series now, and I have a Barnes & Noble's gift card and a rewards. It's gonna be a very fun-filled reading vlog, fun-filled bookish vlog. I'm gonna be doing a lot of fun things in this vlog. I am going to calm myself down. I've been drinking lots of water. I have to use the bathroom because I've been drinking nothing but water for the past like 24 hours. I have no idea what to expect as far as pain. Everyone tells me it's like a cat scratching you, and I'm just like, I've had cats scratch me before and it didn't feel great. Someone also told me that like, this is not the worst pain you've ever felt in your life. Like, you've been through worse. And I'm like, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. I've been through worse. So it can't be that bad. I'm gonna stop yapping because I yap a lot when I'm nervous. And we're gonna go get this tattoo. And the next time you guys see me on your screen talking to you, I will have been tatted. Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, bye. I'm so excited. So excited. I'm so nervous. The feeling in my bones right now, I am so freaking excited, you guys. Look at it. Oh my God. Let me see if I can even. Oh my God. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the experience. Let's talk about why we gotta be in a locket. If you can't see, it is a bumblebee inside of a heart-shaped locket with a little bow on top. And the reason that I got this tattoo, like I said earlier, it's from one of my favorite books, Me Before You. The main character in that book, Clark Louisa, she is literally me. She is somebody who I felt super connected with when reading that book, and I just loved following her journey. And we just had very similar feelings and experiences. And something that she's kind of always wanted to do or thought was really cool was tattoos. And there was one day, I think it was one night, her and Will, which is as her love interest in the story, but also just a really important person in her life who really helped her see that there's more to life than she's living, and she should chase her dreams and follow her heart and live boldly and proudly in who she is and what she wants to do. And there was one night they went and got tattoos, and it was really important. It was a really important scene because it was one of the first times she really did something for herself and didn't really care what anybody else had to say. And she loves bumblebees, so I was like, you know what? I'm also going to get a bumblebee to symbolize that. And I've been wanting this tattoo of a bumblebee for years, and I mean years. Like since I read that book in 2015, I think, so 9 years ago, because I read it in November of 2015. So almost 10 years I've been wanting a bumblebee tatted on me. But recently I was like, okay, I want to get a bumblebee. I know that's not changing. I know I want that to be my first tattoo, but I know I want something else. It's just so boring if it's just a bumblebee. And I was like, I don't know what to do with the bumblebee. I don't know how else I can add to it or anything like that. But I kept seeing these lockets on social media, and I was like, wait a minute, these lockets are looking kind of cute. And it was funny because one of my other favorite scenes, it's the saddest scene in the book, and it set me spiraling. If you know the story of me before you know, okay? Even if you watched the movie and didn't read the book, you know, the movie's just as good, just as good. There is a very, 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 very beautiful letter that's written to Louisa at the end that she reads, and in that letter, it says, "You are scored on my heart, Clark." And it is one of my favorite lines in the book, and it's also in the context in which the letter is, in the context in which it is written in the letter, and just the context of the whole story and what that moment meant for her. I just love that letter so much, and I love that quote so much, and this story is scored on my heart because I hold it very closely to me, and I think about it literally every single day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about Louisa, that I don't think about, you know, being who I am and living boldly and taking risks and doing things even if I'm afraid, even if they're scary. And I just want to hold it close to me because it's a very, very important story, and I love it so much. So that is the meaning behind my tattoo. I'm so excited. I cannot believe I am tatted. I cannot believe this is on my skin. Now, as far as like pain and stuff goes, she did like a baby tap, and I was like, oh, is that it? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, it's not that bad. I think the whole thing took maybe 30, 45 minutes. I don't know. I was on my phone literally the whole time. There were definitely parts where I was like, ooh, that one burns a little bit. But honestly, I would probably give it like a 5 out of 10, maybe even a 4 out of 10. Like, I can't wait to get more. I have so many. I have at least 3 ideas ready to go. Ready to go. I was like, you'll see me again. You'll see me again. Best believe that. She is amazing. If you are in the Metro Atlanta area, I will link her down below if you want to get tatted by her. She's super, super nice. I love her. I love this tattoo. I am in such a good mood. Now I have to tell my mother I am tatted, which I am not excited about because she is not going to be happy. But same as Louisa, live boldly, okay? You got to do what makes you happy and do what you want to do. I'm so happy with the placement. I was thinking I might do my outer arm, but I was like, I'm just not feeling it. And everybody was like, oh, your inner arm is going to be so much more painful. Now, I do think if I probably went inner more, like here, it would have been really, really painful. It's not super inner, but I like the way I got it because even if I'm standing like this, you can still see the bumblebee. You can't really see now with the lighting and everything. I'm really happy with my tattoo, and this is going to be all I can talk about now. But yeah. Let me know if you guys have any bookish tattoos. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys like it? I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy. Okay, I am gonna go put gas in my car because I'm running out of gas. I might go to the bookstore, listen to the rest of Done and Dusted because it's so good. And I think they're gonna, one more time, I don't know why I did that. I'm not myself right now. I'm not. I'm a different person. I'm a different person. Okay, we're done. Tell me she's not beautiful, but you guys can't see her. Oh my gosh, like, that's on my body. I'm tatted, bruh. Ah! That I'm tatted baddie. I have this book. I think I'm gonna start start reading it maybe after done and dusted. Question is, do I get it? Do I get it? It's so freaking cute, these covers. Hello, welcome back. It is the next day and I actually finished Done and Dusted last night, and you guys, I really enjoyed this book. I gave this book 4 stars. I'm obsessed with Emmy and Luke. I have been watching Lila Sage interviews. Literally after I finished reading this book, I was like, I need to know everything about this author because she's so cool. I felt very immersed into Meadowlark and I felt very intrigued by the setting and just everything about it. And I remember I was on TikTok scrolling a couple days ago and there was an author event with Lila Sage and somebody was kind of explaining how they lived in the city, so this book, this small town cowboy romance, felt like a fantasy for them. And I was like, honestly, that's how I feel. I really loved Emmy and Luke. I love their story. I felt like they connected so well with each other and that their relationship was solely just them. Like, it felt like we were in their bubble. I just loved being in their bubble. I loved the domestic moments between them that were smaller, but to me really nailed in how realistic and just how beautiful the romance was, and just those small moments that they shared with each other, like when he got her coffee in the morning or when she put on his t-shirt when her brother knocked on the door. I think in the epilogue when they were just getting ready in the morning and making breakfast and just little things like that. I just love cute domestic moments between couples. It's one of my favorite things to read about. The only thing I will say about the setting though, I wish that I felt like the setting was kind of like a backdrop to Emmy and Luke's story, because it really just focused heavily on the two of them, and it is dual POV, which I also really loved and enjoyed. I wish that we got a little bit more of them interacting with the town and the people and really kind of getting more immersed in the small town as like the setting, rather than it just feeling like more of a backdrop to these characters and their story. But we did get a little dash of everyone's personality. We got a little bit of Gus. Oh, Gus. Whew. Gus and Teddy, I'm so excited to read their book. I'm so excited. But I'm also really excited to read Wes's book as well. The moments between Emmy and her dad, Amos, I really loved that. I got to see a beautiful father and daughter relationship just as much as I got to see an amazing romantic relationship with Emmy and Luke. I don't think I explained a lot about what this book was about, but this is a small town cowboy romance between Emmy and Luke, and it is also a brother's best friend. So there also is that kind of like forbidden aspect of it going on. Emmy grew up in Meadowlark, lived her whole life in Meadowlark, but then she left because she was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to leave this small town. But she comes back because she had a really, really tragic accident riding horses, and she kind of is dealing with some PTSD and kind of doesn't really know what to do right now. So she's back home trying to figure it all out. And Luke, who kind of had like a troubled past as well, we got a glimpse into like what that was like for him, and I loved learning more about his family life. And he was kind of taken in by the Ryder family, which is Emmy's family. So basically everybody's like really, really close. He's like the notorious bad boy of the town and like a player. At least that's what people are saying about him, but he doesn't really care what people say about him, which I absolutely love a man who does not care what people have to say about him. He owns a bar in the town, but he also teaches writing lessons. And once he finds out that Emmy had her really bad accident, because also he's the only person who really knows that she had this accident, he helps her a lot, basically kind of learning the basics again and helping her kind of build that confidence and kind of not get over, but learn how to help her overcome some of the fears that she has after her accident. Also the spice was spicing. The spice was spicing. Like the perfect amount of spice in a book. But anyways, that is Done and Dusted. Enjoyed her. Super fun. I did go to Barnes and I did pick up Swift and Saddled. Like I picked it up and I didn't buy it because I got distracted and I left. So we will probably buy it later, but I know that I have so many books on my physical TBR and I really want to prioritize those books right now. The past like 5 or 6 books I've read have all been romances, and Done and Dusted was the only one that was a physical TBR, or that was on my physical TBR. All the other ones I've read on Kindle Unlimited. So I really need to prioritize my physical TBR. So we're gonna pause on Swift and Saddled, even though I really want to read it right now. We're gonna pause and get some of the other books on my physical TBR read before we read that one. Speaking of, let's choose our next book. Also, do you guys want to see my tattoo again? I will never stop talking about her. I will never stop showing her. She's absolutely gorgeous. am so sorry about this lighting. I know it is not ideal, but it has been raining in Georgia for the past week and there's just no light at all. Happy Friday. We made it all the way to Friday. I have a bit of a reading update. I have been reading No Ordinary Love by Maya Ariel and I am really enjoying this book, you guys. I am about 35-ish% into the book right now. I'm on chapter 16, page 116, and this book follows our female main character. Her name is Ella and she is an R&B pop star and she is going through a hectic divorce right now with her husband or ex-husband, who is also her record producer. He's the one that kind of discovered her, took her on, really helped develop her and grow her as an artist, and they've been together for 8 years, but he is not a faithful man. So she's like, I'm not doing this. You are not faithful. You've been cheating on me and I'm not dealing with this anymore. So they are going through a hectic divorce and that's kind of where the book starts. And he is not making the divorce easy because they signed a prenup and homegirl did not. I don't think homegirl read the prenup because he is basically trying to take everything she has and give her no sense of independence and freedom with her music and everything that she's created over the past 8 years. So she's trying to fight back with it because she's like, no, I worked hard as an artist. I want to have my music. I want to have ownership. I want to have independence and freedom from you, but also I want to have what's mine. So she is fighting back, trying to gain some semblance of control in the situation. And her divorce lawyer basically tells her, while this whole battle for the divorce is going on, you need to be out of the spotlight. You don't need to have any crazy headlines, no rumors, no drama, just stay low. And everything was going well until she went to an award show, the Grammys, which is something I find very interesting about this book, is that it is a contemporary romance, but it's set in our contemporary world, not like a made up contemporary world, because she was on stage performing with Ariana Grande doing a Mariah Carey tribute. Like, what? And Trevor Noah is hosting the Grammys that she's at, and her male love interest Miles, who is a baseball player, he's also at the Grammys and he's getting dabbed up by Machine Gun Kelly, Usher, and Ed Sheeran. So that is very interesting. Also, the book opens up with her being mistaken for Rihanna. She feels like a real person and like a real artist. Like, I can literally open up my Spotify right now and start playing her music. Anyways, everything was going fine until she was at the Grammys and she is announcing an award with a baseball player, Miles, and right before they're about to go on stage, she has a wardrobe malfunction and Miles ends up giving her, I think, his jacket or his shirt. Make headlines because they're like, why is she wearing his jacket? Why is she wearing his shirt? And people are thinking that she is cheating on her ex-husband or soon to be ex-husband with Miles, and it's just mess. It's literally just a messy situation and a messy storm, and the exact opposite of what her lawyer told her to do. So they're now trying to kind of save face. So they've come up with this idea where Ella is shooting a music video and they're like, hey, it would be a great PR relationship for Miles to be in that video, kind of show a joint partnership, but to also kind of launch his own independent like foundation that he's doing. That is the setup of this book. Now, I am enjoying this book. I do find that our main character Ella, she is just going through it. She is just in a really, really messy situation. It's kind of reminding me a little bit, not too much like this movie, but if you've seen Beyond the Lights, it's kind of reminding me a little bit of Beyond the Lights because she's also kind of prepped and glammed up, and her husband Elliot, who is the music producer, he definitely crafted her to be a certain kind of artist and have a certain kind of image, and I think that she's kind of realizing that that's not exactly who I want to be anymore, and she's not so much enjoying the image that she has created for herself or that she's kind of fallen into. So she's also going through that. She's going through this very public divorce now. People are thinking that she's cheating on her husband, and then her mother is like very much, why are you being so mean to Elliot? Like, Elliot's perfect. Like, why are you getting a divorce from Elliot? He's done nothing wrong. So she's also not even talking to her mother. It's just a lot of drama and a lot of things going on. So she is just doing the best that she can. We can definitely see that she's struggling a lot right now. And Miles comes in and he is just an angel. He's so sweet. He's so kind. I think they match each other so perfectly. Like, I think he kind of grounds her in a way and allows her to be vulnerable. And even though it's not been much, like I'm only 35% into this book. I haven't been super into their relationship yet and see their relationship really grow and flourish. But I will say that every time that she is with him, I think there's like a sense of calm and a sense of peace that she has, because everything else is crazy, but he kind of grounds her and is like so sweet with her and so patient with her. And it's just so kind. And I just love that about about him. I'm at the part right now where they are shooting the music video and sparks are flying just a little bit, just a little bit. Also, I love how involved music is kind of embedded into this story. Like, I'm already listening to songs that have been mentioned in this book, and I feel like it's making this book feel more real and it's making these characters feel more real. I am going to try and finish reading this hopefully today because it's raining and I don't think I'm gonna really go out today. I will come back when I have another update for you guys. Hey friends. Oof. I actually think this is the exact same location and angle that I was in the last clip, which was a couple days ago, but it's been a few days since the last clip, and I am getting ready to go to the Meghan Quinn sighting today. I'm so excited. Her newest release just came out yesterday, so it's June 4th right now, and her newest release, Till Summer Do Us Part, came out yesterday, so I'm going to her book event today, and I'm getting ready for that, which we are running a tad bit late, just a tad bit late, and I wanted to, I guess, get ready with you guys for the event and kind of talk about Meghan Quinn and how I'm excited to go see her and kind of like the books that I've read by her, even though I think I did a little bit in the beginning of this clip, but also give you guys a little bit of a reading update for No Ordinary Love. I remember saying how I wanted to finish reading this book that same day. That didn't happen. I actually have barely picked this book up since then. It's just been a crazy past few days because we are planning and prepping for me and my sister's graduation party. So it's just been an insane few days. If you've tried planning a party, it's a lot, and I haven't really been super eager to pick up this book. It's not that it's bad. I'm enjoying the book. I'm enjoying the story. I'm in a very heavy romance mood, and I just feel like there's not enough romance between Miles and who's our main character's name? Ella. And I'm like almost about like 50% into the book right now. I feel like this book, while it's good and while I'm enjoying it, I feel like we're not getting enough romance or enough scenes between Miles and Ella to kind of see the connection really grow and focus on them, which is fine. I feel like we might get more of it, but like I'm a good chunk into the book and I feel like we're barely getting enough about it, but there might be more in like the latter half of the book. They look so good together. I'm gonna read it or listen to it when I'm driving to the event because it's like over an hour away. I am so excited to go see Meghan Quinn. I love going to book signings. I feel like they always inspire me. Even though I have no interest in writing a book, I feel like they're always just super inspirational. So I'm excited to go listen to Meghan Quinn. We get to bring, I think, 2 books with us. I don't have any books by her because I read all her books on Kindle Limited. I think my 2 5-stars from her are the last book in the Kane Brothers series. I don't remember what it's called. The last book in that series, and then wait, that actually might be the only one I've given 5 stars is that one. But her hockey romance series is also really good and just really fun. Meghan Quinn is so funny. I find her books to just always put me in a good mood, even though some of them I'm like, girl, this is so ridiculous. Like, this is such a ridiculous scenario. I eat it up. I would love to live in her books. Like, the female main characters are all so well taken care of financially, emotionally, like, you know, all types of ways they are taken care of. And I would just love to live in that world. So if I could choose one world to live in, it would be a Meghan Quinn novel, hands down, without a doubt. I'm not a makeup guru either, so don't look at this and be like, oh my god, what are you doing? What steps are you doing? None. This is probably looking horrible, and I'm also rushing. All right, makeup is done. This is a very awkward position. I still have to do my hair, but this is my outfit for the day. I think I'm gonna do this tank top from Express and then these jeans that I got from American Eagle a very long time ago. I have to still do my hair because my hair looks crazy. And then I think I might put on a jacket because I'm pretty sure it's at a bookstore and the bookstore is sometimes super cold. I might put like a little jacket or cardigan on top just in case. I'm so excited. I love going to book events so much. Okay, I think the makeup came out okay. Yeah, sure.
The snake scene from Bridesmaids for Hire. God, it's so great. I can still hear Jason Clark scream in my ears.
This is literally the only thing I came here for, but I think I want some more. It's been a couple days, more like over a week since my last clip. Well, no, I think my last clip was yesterday when I went to Barnes & Noble and I picked up Swift and Saddled. And I just bought Swift and Saddled. I didn't buy anything else. I practiced some self-control and I'm excited because I'm going to be reading that later on this week, I think, hopefully. But anyways, let's recap the Meghan Quinn book signing because I've been waiting to talk to you guys about it. So obviously I went to her signing for her newest release, Till Summer Do Us Part. And first of all, look at those edges. Beautiful. This is the first physical copy of any book that I've ever read by Meghan Quinn, so I'm excited to have a physical copy to read by her. But the signing was so good. Meghan Quinn is hilarious. Like, she is queen of romantic comedies and she puts the comedy in romantic comedies, and to just see her in person and to hear her talk about her stories and her characters and her writing process and to just like have fun. Like, she's such a fun, chill person, and I got that vibe from the book event as well. Like, she just sat down with her friend. I don't know exactly who the moderator was, but she sat down with her and they were just talking, and like honestly it felt like we were like listening into like a podcast between them two, and it was just so fun. And then like the audience got to ask some really good questions as well. I feel like her relationship with her as an author and her readers is just very chill. Like, we can crack jokes, we can make fun of characters. She's just as raunchy as she is in her stories in person. And I went up to her and I was like, "You're so freaking funny." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." And I'm like, period. And she did sign my book, so that was really fun. And it was such an organized event too. Oh my god, I don't have any space on this card. I'll be back. The book event was at Books A Million, and this was the first time I've been to a book signing at Books A Million. I've been to a couple. I've had some at schools or like convention type center places. This is the first one I've had at a bookstore, and it was so organized, from the lines that was set up outside to the way we got in to the way we got our books, even the line to go and take pictures. Like, it was just so organized. There was somebody there who was taking pictures for you and also taking a video, because I was like, "Hey, can you take a video as well?" So it was just very organized, very nice. I felt like it was a good enough time. Obviously I want them to be able to talk for longer. Like, I would literally listen to her talk for like 3 hours straight if I could, but the discussion was so nice. And then even like the fan questions were really good, and they answered a good bit of fan questions, and it was like maybe 10 minutes. I didn't have a question because I don't know what to say, I don't know what to ask, and I'm very nervous. I had such a good time. I cannot wait. I think she's coming out, I think she said she's coming out with another Christmas type book. So I haven't read How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, the Christmas one that she put out last year with the candy cane. I have not read that one, but I really want to now for Christmas. And I know she's coming up with another one because I think she said she signed on to like put out a certain amount of like Christmas themed books or like holiday themed books. Going to her event, I just want to read more and more of her works. Even though I've read so many of her books, like, I would probably argue she is my most read author, and I don't own any of her books except for this one. I think I'm gonna read this next though because I am excited. We're not gonna read it in this video because I'm actually gonna close this video out because I've been talking for a long time and this video has been going on for a long time and I need to edit this video. If you have not seen or read anything by Meghan Quinn, I highly recommend. I would say where to start. Oh my gosh, she has so many. She has so many good like interconnected series as well. I think I started with the Kane brothers, so I would start there because I feel like that's one of her most popular ones, and each of the Kane brothers are so different from each other and the stories are very different from each other. You'll find one that you really love and really connect with. My favorite was the last one. Even the second one with I think JP was really good, and the first one was also really fun. Honestly, you can even start with this because I think this is just a standalone, so start with this one. Actually, let's read it together. That was the recap of the Meghan Quinn the Meghan Quinn event. Now we're gonna talk about No Ordinary Love by Maya Ariel because I actually finished this last night. Let's get into it. I don't remember my exact thoughts when I last updated you guys with this book, but I'm gonna be honest, this book took me a while to get through. In the beginning, I was invested a little bit more. We got to the middle part of the book, the story was losing me. I was just not invested. I didn't feel connected to the characters. I was a little bit bored at times, and I just was like, where is the plot going? Like, what are we focused on? Because the last time I think I updated you guys, Ella and Miles had the music video that they shot together to support his like foundation and everything, and I felt like that's where the plot was gonna, you know, we're gonna move with that, and then it was just like non-existent. I felt like everything kind of just like faded in the background. And one thing that was difficult for me with this book is that we have our female main character, Ella. She is the center of the story. Everything that's going on in the story, she is at the center of it, and there's three main plot points or three three main storylines that we're following that's all, you know, pointing back to Ella. We have her whole divorce going on with her producer, her ex-husband, Elliot. So we have that whole thing going on, right? That's what is like the major conflict of the story. Then we also have Ella as an artist and her trying to find her voice again as an artist, especially after she kind of was in a controlling environment with her producer, and also just feeling like this is not the image I want to put out anymore. This is not how I want to brand myself anymore. Like, I want to come out as just myself. Like, she even wants to change her name and it go back to her full real name rather than kind of like the stage name that she's put on. So we have her as an artist and her coming into her artistry. That's also a center like focus point. And then we have the romance with Miles, who I just did not know who Miles was as a character. Like, he felt like a side character in the story rather than a main character that I guess expected him to be. We didn't really know a lot about him, and a lot of what we do find about him is through voice messages that are exchanged between him and Ella for one chapter. We learned, like, it was like an info dump of like his background and like his family and his parents and his mother and how he grew up and things like that. Like, it was kind of like an info dump in a voice message. That's where we learned a lot about who Miles was. But outside of that, we didn't really know who he was as a character. He was not very present in the novel, especially in the middle part of the piece. But towards the end, he was like everywhere. Like, there was a whole conflict and he was like the center of the conflict. And it was like Miles, 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 Miles. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Who are you? Who are you? Like, I loved Miles. I think he's amazing. I think he's very gentle, very patient, very kind. And I think that he is who Ellen was very compatible with. But I felt like things were just happening outside of the pages that I was like, I'm not seeing how we're jumping to this part in the relationship. Like, we're jumping bases. We're jumping bases, okay? Like, she's telling me she's falling in love with him, but she's also recognizing that that's kind of how she got into the situation in the first place with her ex-husband, was that she felt like she fell too fast. And I feel like she's not learning. Not that I'm comparing Miles and Elliot at all, but a part of me is like, girl, let's slow down. Like, you don't really know this man. Or if you do know him, I don't know him. You're not convincing me. And as a reader, I need to be convinced because I'm trying to be invested in this romance. So I don't know. I just was not really feeling the romance. I felt like there were so many different things going on that Miles and the relationship that they had just didn't take really any type of center in the story. It was trying to share the space with so many other things going on. And then Ella has a very like odd relationship with her mother specifically, and like that was mentioned in the beginning, and then it was kind of just like mentioned like 2 other times throughout, and then they have a whole scene, and I'm like, I'm not feeling these emotions. That's the other thing I had a hard time with this book, is that Ella has some people in her life who are not great, and she has some very emotional scenes and emotional encounters with these people, but we, or at least me as the reader, I'm not with her with the emotion. Like, I'm not seeing how impactful this moment is for her because I don't know the relationship with this person that she's having, you know, these conversations with. For example, her mom. Another example is Elliot, the husband. We know he's awful. We know he's bad because we're told that 50 million times. And then we get 2 flashbacks, one in like the beginning of the relationship and then one kind of towards the end. And you can see the red flags in the flashback, but like, give me more of these flashbacks. Let me really see Elliot as a horrible person. So then when we do have this one scene with Elliot, I'm like, dang, I'm feeling it with you, Ella. Like, I'm with you. Like, I see the impact. I see how it's important that we have this scene where we do see him being awful. Like, I'm not defending him. Like, he's not a good person. So when we do have a scene where I'm supposed to be like, yeah, say it to that man, or we do have a scene where he says something and I'm like, man, that really, like, I can see how this can impact her. I can see how this can hurt her. I'm not feeling it with her because I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't know his mother. Or I don't know her mother. I don't know Miles. Like, there's so many characters in this story who are all connected to Ella, and Ella is having these intense and, you know, scenes with them. She's having these emotions with them, these revelations with them, but I'm not feeling how impacted she is by them because I don't know these people. But overall, I do think the story, like the setting, is interesting. I think the whole journey of being a pop star and trying to go through this divorce, but also the divorce is connected to your artistry and then also falling in love at the same time. Like, it's just super, super complicated. So I am gonna give some grace to Ella because she was going through it. She was going through a lot, and I just wish that I knew more about the situations to really go through it with her, and I just didn't. But I did enjoy the writing, some of the revelations that she was feeling, going towards Miles. Like, it was just written so beautifully, and I just wish I could feel it, but it's okay. It's okay. I can still acknowledge just really solid writing. Ultimately, I gave this book 3 stars. I did enjoy it. There were parts where I was giggling and kicking my feet, and I did enjoy it. I just wish, you know, all the other things were also included in that as well. Again, this cover is just so, it's just so beautiful. So that's how I felt about No Ordinary Love by Maya Ariel. I think I will pick up her other book, When I Think of You. That is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for coming on this journey with me. If you want to see the tattoo one more time, it's been like, I think like 3 weeks now. She's healing pretty good. Oh my gosh. I think she's healing pretty good. I keep getting so many compliments on her. I love her so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you very soon. Bye.